Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to smoke this fantastic piece of venison. But first, because venison is a very lean meat, there's very little fat in it. Later on we're going to remove all that silver skin off it so we can get the flavour into it. We're going to make an injection butter, which I'm just going to use half pound of butter, some thyme, some crushed garlic. Don't bother peeling it. You're not putting it into the meat, you just want the flavour out of it, with some salt and peppercorns. And we're going to boil that very, very gently so that you don't burn the garlic. Right, through the magic of the pause button, we've just put everything into the pot and we're just going to wait for that to melt down. So that's going to take maybe half an hour, which is the perfect time to go and sort out the smoker, because controlling the fire is probably the hardest thing to learn when smoking. Too much heat, you burn the meat. Too little, you're just creating smoke and you're going to turn the meat sour and it'll probably just won't cook. So we let that melt away and sit in there. Smell is already lovely because butter, garlic, you can't get any better than that. And what we're going to do with that then later on is put that into a meat injection and inject it into the venison. So the venison will have nice flavours inside. We'll also spike it with a bit of garlic on the outside and some thyme as well. Right, this is cooking away just nice. They said you don't want to be overcooking it because, like with all fats, if it starts to bubble on you, you're actually frying and you don't want to burn garlic. Burnt garlic tastes awful. Right, well, this is now on a very low heat. We're going to light the fire on the barbecue because that's, as I said, it's going to take a little while to get going. Be right back. Right, let me introduce you to my smoker. This is absolutely nothing special. This is a very cheap smoker that I bought down in Aldi. It's not big, it's not anything. It's probably just more of a practice thing. So I've tried a few things, learned a few things, and I'm still learning. So first thing here, firebox. We're going to get ready to light the lumpwood charcoal, and in here is the cooking chamber. Now I have two trays in there because when we inject the meat, the butter obviously is going to run back out as it cooks. So you don't want all the butter falling down into the bottom of your smoker. It does have a drain hole, but as I've learned, your yard can become very messy. When I cooked a leg of lamb, all the fat just ran out through the drain hole and onto the yard. So I prefer to keep drip trays in the smoker now. I'll also put some water into them as well, and that will keep moisture in the smoker because it's just dry smoke. So let's fire this thing up and I'll be back to you soon. Right, we're going to prepare the venison now. I'll hand you over to my new cameraman. Show the skin just over there. Right, the silver skin on all animals, it needs to be removed. This is like it's like a membrane, and you're not going to get smoke into the meat unless you remove this. You need a good sharp knife for this, and it might take a little bit of time and you might just cut into the meat, but so what? You need to get this gone. It comes off easy enough. You should do this when you buy a leg of lamb. You should remove everything because lamb is such a fatty meat. Again, it takes a little bit of time, but it's well worth it. Make sure you get yourself some decent butcher knives. Buy them online, don't buy them in the shops. The shop knives are shite. Okay. Need to make another little incision here. Just need to get a start. Just keep pulling away from it and just keeping the knife nice and flat. Get rid of that dirty skin. Okay, we'll be back in a minute when I have all this done. Press pause. Okay, so take a shot of meat. We've removed as much of the white silver skin as we can. Here we have the butter now infused with garlic, peppercorns, rosemary, salt, and that's it. So this is a meat injection, not easily found, but keep looking. TK Maxx sometimes has them. Not so easy to do. Okay, so now we get all this beautifully flavoured butter. I put the meat into a tray because this can get very messy. So in, little squirt, pump back, pull back, another squirt, and out. As I say, this can get messy because it is melted butter. And we get that butter and those flavours deep down into the meat. Try and get as much as you can out of this. So get that in there. Obviously, as the butter cools, it's going to set again. But as it starts to cook, it will slowly go through the meat. Because as you can see, there is no fat in venison. It is just pure muscle and very lean. And very flavourful. Pause. Right, we're also going to do 2 duck breasts because certain people in the house don't like venison, so we're getting 2 nice duck breasts. Trick with duck breasts is get that fat off them. So you need to trim down your duck breasts. Trim at a slight angle and get as much of that fat off them. So now we have 2 much nicer pieces. This is all just going to go. This is all just going to go into juice or fat. It's just going to lie in there, and it's not nice. The meat is the nice part. You do want, of course, some fat, but you want the skin, obviously, to be nice and crispy. The fat is. Oh, no, get rid of that. Again, is a very fatty meat, so we'll just score it very lightly. The trick with this is not to score too deep. If you score too deep, you're going to score down into the meat, and it's not together. So we're going to salt these up. Red meats, leave them alone. Salt and pepper. It's only the likes of chicken and pork that you want to season with either something sweet or hot or spicy. But red meat, salt and pepper. After that, it's sacrilege. You don't want anything else on them. Right, so our venison is prepared also. So that's sitting in here now. You can see the juices, or the butter, let's say, been coming out of it. So now it just means we have to check on the fire, get the smoker up to temperature, and then I'll show you what I do when I put it into the smoker. So we're back out with the smoker. The coals are almost at the right temperature. I'm closing her up now, just to get some heat into the chamber. The chamber is No, it's nowhere near it yet. You really need to be patient and get your chamber up to over 225 Fahrenheit. I'm talking in Fahrenheit because there are no barbecue YouTube videos from Ireland, England. They're always, everything is in Fahrenheit. You only get it from the States, which is, those boys know how to barbecue. So I'll upload the second part of this video after this one. Bye.